All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's December 10th, 2025, here at Winterhawk Studios. We have a special guest, Mr. Blayze Damron.
Welcome, Blayze.
He is our college aficionado, and after this past weekend, there's been a huge college football fucking blowout, bonanza, whatever you want to call it. So here we are. We're breaking our format because this is a special guest and a big moment in the weekend that deserves a lot of attention. It's been a busy 5 days here at the Wrong Call Sports Center, us gathering with our on-field reporters, all the info and everything that we can. So Blayze is reporting live from Michigan that just fired a head coach. We'll get into that later as well. I don't know what you're doing, Titty, but all right, we're not worried about it. So anyway, we're breaking protocol. Welcome to the Wrong Call Sportscast, December 10th, 2025. 2 weeks, basically, till 2 weeks and a day before Santa. Well, 2 weeks from today, Santa Claus arrives?
No, it is, and I'm worried because, look, I don't see the little green bars over there with us.
What's that mean?
It means I don't see us picking up audio.
Nice. All right. So, Blayze, you can still hear us, right? All right, we can still hear you.
Okay.
See me talking? I see the green bar of me talking right there, Titty.
Yep, and I do too now. So, hey, we don't even have to edit that part out. We're just trying to fix the shit.
I'll leave that in for comedy effect.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, welcome to the Wrong Call Sportscast.
I'm Josh Tidwell.
Yeah, special edition college what the fuck blowout. Here we go. Blayze from Michigan reporting live on the field.
It took us an hour to get here, but by God, we're here. We're starting.
Yeah.
Going.
Once again, we didn't read directions. We just jump right into it. As Metallica says, jump in the fucking fire.
That's right.
So here we go. Let's do it. Titty, it's our time to shine.
Go, baby. All right. So last weekend was Conference Championship Week, Blayze, right? So the way it broke down, and again, like Dave said, changing the format a little bit this week. We wanted to bring Blayze on, get him started for the first half of the show. The Conference Championship last week. The Big 12, number 4 Texas Tech beat number 11 BYU 34-7. In the SEC, number 3 Georgia beat number 9 Alabama 28-7. In the ACC, unranked Duke beat number 17 Virginia 27-20 to win the ACC championship. Now this has bearings on what happens after the fact. Then the Big 10. Number 2 IU, the Indiana Hoosiers, beat the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes. For the first time in the life of the Indiana football program,
Hoosiers!
Football is ranked number 1 in the country.
That's right.
Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, and you being a Michigan fan, you should love that shit out of that.
I loved every second of it. Every second of it. Watching a pass rush against Ohio State, it looked pretty good. We didn't have one of those, so.
So, I must say, like Dave said, you being a Michigan fan, you love seeing Ohio State lose, but also you do live in Indiana, so you got a little bit of love for the Hoosiers.
Hey,
oh, I'm sorry, he's in Michigan.
On the field report.
Yeah,
come on.
But yeah, it's nice to see the Hoosiers do that, and to beat number 1 in football is just unheard of.
They're no joke. People kept asking, are they for real? Was Oregon that good? Was Penn State that good? We know Ohio State's good. That is a fact. That's a bona fide fact. And people can say, oh, that game didn't really matter. They were both going to be one of the top 2 seeds. And Indiana wanted that thing bad. And I promise Ohio State, people forget, hasn't won the Big Ten in several years. They
won. Yeah, they still hold out on them. Yes.
They didn't win it last year when they won the whole championship?
Nope.
Because they lost to Michigan.
Yep.
Oh, you beat them in the Big Ten championship?
No.
No, their loss to Michigan put them out of the Big Ten championship.
Oh.
It was Penn State, Oregon, wasn't it, last year?
Yep.
I didn't know.
So, now, there's not very many
if I
college
did, I
football
sure
games.
don't remember.
A 13-10 game is a good game.
Yeah.
And that game, I mean, being 13-10, you think, you want to see all the offense, all that. Defensive battle.
Ohio State, well, if we didn't miss the field goal, well, you missed one too. It could have been 16-13.
Absolutely.
So, yes, shit on whatever excuses anybody has.
Yeah, but what an absolutely amazing football game to end the championship Saturday, 13-10. Wow. I mean,
Well, just an amazing game to be an IU fan.
Well, yeah. Even if you're not a fan of either one of those teams, that was a goddamn good college.
It was a pretty good game, yeah. I was kind of impressed with it.
I mean, it's a defensive battle. Both teams, like Ohio State, people have been talking about the best defense ever, right? Like all year, they've been holding opponents to a crazy low amount of points, and they've been really, really good in the red zone, and I think that showed. I mean, face it, IU has a real shot at having the Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback. So
yes,
I
they
think it's
do.
time that people kind of finalize that conversation and as they come down the stretch here, as long as they don't fall flat, he's got a really good shot. And that's just not something they've ever had. I mean, it's crazy.
They've had one Heisman Trophy backup. Somebody that finished second Heisman voting was Anthony Thomas, the running back, which was in the mid-'90s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, the A-Train. Look at him. He's his father's son. He's Googling it right now.
Well, he's on his killing machine right now, so he's got multiple screens here.
With championship weekend going on and the winners having happened, on Sunday was the selection show for the college football playoffs. Now, this is where we're going to have a conversation.
This is where the bomb went off, and everybody got all buttered.
So after the conference championship weekend, Indiana, the top 4 teams have a bye, first round of the playoffs. Okay?
Correct.
So Indiana, number 1. Ohio State only fell to number 2. Georgia, number 3. Texas Tech, number 4. Number 5, Oregon, is going to play, and this is based off of the college football playoff rankings. Number 5, Oregon, is going to play number 24, JMU, James Madison, because they got in. We'll talk about how they got in a minute. Oregon's a 21.5-point favorite in this fucking game. Okay, we'll get back to more in a minute. Number 6, Ole Miss, is going to play number 20 in the college football playoff rankings. Number 20, Tulane. Oklahoma's a 17.5-point favorite. Now we get some regular stuff. Number 7, Texas A&M is going to play number 10, Miami, and number 8, Oklahoma is going to play number 9, Alabama. In the playoff rankings, Notre Dame was 11, BYU was 12. Neither one of those teams made it in.
Which is bullshit.
Okay, so now this is where we're going to have the discussion.
Miami did not make it in, correct?
Miami got in, number 10.
Okay, well, they should because they beat Notre Dame.
Heads up.
That's your head-to-head.
Yes.
But 2 teams that are in this do not have an 11 and a 12 by their name.
They do not. That is James Madison University and Tulane.
And which hence the reason this whole fucking thing is bullshit.
100%.
Well,
and I'm not a Notre Dame fan or anything like that.
I think there's some. I think Titty has some skin in the game on that one, right?
Oh
yeah. He's a Notre Dame homer, which is Golden Domer.
So the way it's set up, it's the 5 highest ranking conference champions. So the way
because Duke won the ACC and they weren't ranked, it goes to the next highest ranked conference champion, which is what, the American Athletic.
Yep.
Is that where JMU or Tulane came from?
That's where Tulane came from. Yep.
Okay. If the college football playoff is supposed to be the 12 best teams in the country, the 12 best teams in the country are not in the playoffs.
That's the only thing. You're tripping over your own dick if you want to say the top 12 teams in the country are in the playoffs. Well, no, they're not.
Yes, I mean, because obviously it should be Notre Dame and BYU should be in there. They're the top.
Yeah, it's like the NFL playoffs going. They're like, we're going to take some toilet bowl teams and throw them in the playoffs.
Yes, Kansas City, you may have didn't win the division, have no right,
but you're the face of the franchise. You get it anyway.
So I get. I mean, you got to give the little guys a shot, right? Because I
have no problem giving the little guys a shot if they earn it.
This isn't the March Madness tournament. Little guys get a shot. The 16 versus 1s, the 12 versus 2. That's where big things happen in a field of 64.
Yeah.
Or 68. I'm sorry.
It's about.
That's what makes March Madness so.
Talking about moving it to 78, aren't
Yeah, but that's what makes March Madness so awesome. Is the little guys beating the big guys.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Oregon versus JMU spread is 21.5 points. Nobody's going to watch that game from one of the first 5 minutes of that football game.
Oregon fans are.
Yeah, if you're an Oregon fan of JMU, those are the only people watching it.
Man, it's good exposure for JMU, and it's good exposure for Tulane. I mean, it really is. But at the same time, welcome to the slaughter.
Yes.
I think where you really get messed up is, like, it's designed to have one group of 5 school in. It was designed to have Tulane in. I think that's a great opportunity eventually. Like, right, a 16 never beat a 1 in March Madness, but it eventually happened. Eventually,
it did.
One of these group of 5 schools is going to win one of these games, especially with the way college football and the pay-for-play stuff is working out. But the problem is the ACC cannibalized itself. Now you got 2 group of 5 teams in, and does that make for good TV? Probably not. So what are they going to do? Add more teams. Obviously, like we got.
I don't think that's the answer. But did you see the memorandum that they signed with all of the athletic directors of all the conferences? Yeah. If Notre Dame finishes inside the top 12, regardless, conference or anything, they are in next year.
Now they are the only school to have that deal.
Yes, because they all want that TV money.
Let's just call it what it is. That's pretty soft. Join a conference. Join a conference.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Before I get into the conference talk, which I will, I think there's a lot to be said on that.
Could you imagine the NFL just rolling and, I don't know, since Green Bay is the only publicly owned team, they're not in a division. They just get to follow their own rules.
Okay, let's talk about it from a different perspective, right? So
I mean, that's the best way to explain it.
Number one, the games have to matter. So Miami being in over Notre Dame, I don't see a whole lot of people upset about that.
I'm not upset about the head-to-head. I agree that was a determining factor to take Notre Dame out. But my problem is with the committee for the 6 weeks prior to the 11th hour, having Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami. Miami and Notre Dame, neither one played last weekend, and at the selection show, all of a sudden Miami jumps Notre Dame with neither one of them having played that weekend.
You can have all these rules and thoughts about good things, but the whole problem here that nobody wants to admit what the actual problem is, it's the word committee.
Yes, and these guys are all fucking idiots.
Because it wasn't Condoleezza Rice on a fucking college football committee at one point.
I think so. She's a voter, like to vote or something. Hell, I don't know.
It's just a think tank of bullshit is all it is.
But that's my problem with Notre Dame being left out, that they were taken out at the 11th hour after for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I
mean,
you ranked that whole time until midnight the night before.
And neither team played. So neither team played a game. They set themselves up for failure is what happened. If they would have had Miami consistently ahead of Notre Dame, nobody would have batted an eye. It would have been what it was.
Absolutely 100% agree. But at the last minute, when they did the selection show, when they did their show on last Tuesday, they had Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami. The conference championship happened on Saturday. Again, Notre Dame, Miami don't play. Sunday morning, the big show, the big to-do, and all of a sudden, Miami jumps Notre Dame and is in the playoff.
It did not make any sense. And
that's the Uno reverse card, man.
Yeah, it was Uno reverse card.
Well, so then they go with the pathing of the games matter because Miami beat Notre Dame. But also the conference championship games, we're not going to penalize them if they lose. Now, it's inconsistent.
Yes, come on, give it to me, Blayze. I know exactly where you're going, so I want to go first.
BYU gets blown out by Texas Tech, granted. BYU has 2 losses on the year. Both of them are Texas Tech. Both of them weren't close. And they get penalized for losing. Alabama already has 2 losses on the season. Plays Georgia, SEC championship game. Gets blown out. If you watch the game, they got blown out. They got blown out the whole game. They don't go down a spot. They didn't go behind Miami. They didn't drop. Nothing. And they got the most losses of all 12 teams that are in the playoffs. So the problem is there's no consistency where the games matter, but then the conference championships don't matter. And unless you lost that team twice, in which case they do because you're BYU and you're going to go down. And it just gets really that's my biggest issue with it. Is it the 12 best teams? No. Is it the way that it was designed to do it? Yes.
How was it even designed? Like you just
I'm saying with
JMU.
With JMU getting in.
Okay. Yeah, but you can't put JMU and Tulane in. You just can't.
You can't tell them no, though. I mean, you could step in and give Notre Dame the spot or give BYU the spot or whoever, but I don't know. It's clear. Okay, look at last year, right? We all agreed last year that the buys are out of place.
And they fixed that.
Teams got the buys and they fixed it. I see them next year. They're probably going to fix this. Do I think Notre Dame signing a clause or whatever that as long as they're in the top 12 they get in? That's still weak. I don't care.
It is. I agree with you. I'm okay with that.
We got you next year if you just sign right here.
Yeah. All you got to do is, schedule 2 cupcakes in the non-conference and then play your schedule, which is already weak anyway, and then you're in.
Their schedule next year is even weaker than this year's.
Yeah. I think they're going to learn. Maybe don't play 2 ranked teams off rip.
Right out the gate, but they have to, if the only chance they have of making some headway is playing a couple ranked teams.
Well, these schedules are like 5 years out.
But they are. They're made many years in advance. They may have 1 or 2 open spots here or there that they can move around. But for the most part, they're made, in pretty good advance. So,
and I think from the Notre Dame perspective, I almost think you should be more mad. Like the rules were the rules. Everybody knew the rules. You should be more mad at Alabama. So I feel like from the perspective of a Notre Dame fan, everybody wants to get mad at JMU's in, get mad at the rules, whatever. I think you got to be more mad at the committee with the way they're treating Alabama. You got 3 losses. They're not getting penalized for losing to what ended up being a really bad Florida State team. Yep. And yes, they beat Georgia at Georgia, but they got clobbered in the SEC championship. And I don't, I like the conference championship games meaning something. I want teams not to sit people out or take them seriously. But it's like at some point when you watch that Georgia-Alabama game, those are different teams. Georgia's obviously much better. Alabama's probably taking a step back.
100%.
And they have worse losses than Notre Dame has.
Yes, the committee.
Alabama has worse losses.
Yes.
Yeah.
The committee has made a mess of this whole thing, the whole setup, the way it works. And it's about consistency, being, like you said, the big deal with the conference championships aren't supposed to adversely affect you. BYU lost theirs and adversely affect them to put them out. That was the committee's reasoning for putting Miami above Notre Dame, was because once BYU lost, then you had to look at the head-to-head with Miami and Notre Dame. But you didn't have to look at that head-to-head with them for 6 weeks prior. So they just muddied the waters and made more of an ass of themselves.
Well, they had to, but they refused to.
They refused to, yes. But that was their get out of jail free card, if you will, because they caught so much shit because of the head-to-head with Miami, and I understand it. I do. Miami beat them, so I understand that the head-to-head has to matter. But it didn't matter until BYU lost. But Alabama lost, and Alabama wasn't affected. So
didn't even go below Miami. Didn't even drop below Miami.
Yeah, so the consistency is the problem with the committee having all of the
committees have no consistency. That's the whole point.
And that's the biggest joke with the whole freaking playoffs. So
my curiosity, is this committee here in Indianapolis because the NCAA office is
they're
here?
probably they're in New York somewhere. The committee is based off of writers and the writers aren't it's
don't tell me it's part of that.
Directors, it's athletic directors and shit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of athletic directors. It's not affiliated with the NCAA in any way.
Yeah.
It's independent. So that's why Michigan couldn't get their title stripped, because it was associated with the college football playoff rather than the NCAA. So they couldn't really take.
Yeah, it's a bunch of hot fucking mess is what it is. So this takes me to my next question.
Super hot fucking mess.
Do the conference championships with the extended playoff matter as much as they used to?
I think they're getting diminished more and more.
And the ACC obviously just made a mess of that with the ACC situation with their championship game.
Yeah, and that's partially on the ACC. Their tiebreaker rules were garbage. That was like when Cal beats Duke, and then Duke gets a shot, and then Duke wins it. They kind of set themselves up for failure with the way that their tiebreaker system works. So I could see them fixing that.
So all the conferences are going to have to address that.
Well, the super conferences are coming.
Definitely.
Teams already want to lose. They already want to leave the ACC. I know Notre Dame, the AD at Notre Dame and the commissioner of the ACC they said there was irreparable damage done. So I have no doubt it's going to come down to Big Ten, SEC, maybe the Big 12. And then eventually it'll be 2 mega conferences as this thing just keeps rolling. But I like the conference championship games. Like I said, the IU-Ohio State game, you easily could have said that game did not matter.
It was the most not mattering number 1 versus number 2 game in all of college football history. But it meant something to IU.
I was going to say, it meant something to IU fans.
Yeah.
Those teams took it seriously. The coaches took it seriously. I mean, Lucas Oil was rocking.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, from a personal standpoint, it meant a lot and it's meaningful. But in a grand scheme of things, it was completely meaningless.
You just hope people don't get hurt.
Exactly.
After the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Or going to Lockmiller's and stabbed by a fucking grease truck driver.
That's right. I mean, when you try to beat them up in the alley, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But all right, so with Notre Dame being left out, of course, social media world was ablaze with the fact that as soon as they get left out, within an hour, they have declined invitation to any bowl games. Now that is, and I'm a Notre Dame fan, but that was a, fuck you, I'm taking my ball and go home moment.
Yeah. And I will say, so my initial reaction, right, is Notre Dame, that's weak. That's TP, it's weak. Why would they do that? And until I realized that all the games are on ESPN. And then you have this college football committee, you have ESPN, the talking heads that have been pushing this whole time. Notre Dame shouldn't be in, the head-to-head, Notre Dame shouldn't be in. And then it comes out that their bowl game would have been on ESPN.
On ESPN.
Clearly, they got an axe gun. They said, we're going to take our NBC money. We don't need this additional game. Because a lot of people are saying, you can have young guys play. You get 3 more weeks of practice with the team. You could carry the momentum into next year. So I respect Notre Dame a little bit more. And probably about this much. Just because they were sticking it, I feel like they were sticking it more to ESPN than they were we're too good for this kind.
Well, and of course they didn't mention the other 7 or 8 teams, Iowa State and Kansas State and some of the other ones that are all declined bowl invitations as well. But Notre Dame's the big name that you can bust balls on. And over the last few years, especially with NIL and some of the way the college football landscape has went, these, and I agree that some of these young guys get a chance to play a little bit, they get it out there. But all of your guys who are NFL prospects, for the most part, if they're not in a championship run, if they're not in that top 12, they're sitting out these games. They're not playing.
Yeah, they should.
I mean, there's no reason. There's
unless it's the fucking Pop-Tart Bowl.
Well, yeah. So heaven forbid we miss a Pop-Tart Bowl. But what is the benefit? You get rewarded for winning 6 games to go play in a bowl, and you got to wait 3 weeks. Yes, it's 3 weeks of practice, but halftime schools are closed. It's holidays. What is the benefit in playing in these
you're a
things
Verge
anymore?
player that's good enough to almost get drafted, but you need that one extra game footage
That's what pro
of you
days
in a
are for.
game. Pro days are nothing but practice on camera.
Exactly.
But
there's
this is a
also-
game situation against a live defense.
Yeah, there's some other situations too, like the Senior Bowl that like people have that.
Yeah,
opportunity.
you have the Senior Bowl also.
Until the Gator Tax Slayer, TurboTax 500 wants to shell out actual money to the players, like especially those guys that are in a position to go pro, and you're not like a freshman trying to get field time or whatever the case may be is, I'd sit out too. There's no incentive for them to push themselves, especially if you're already in that position to be a high draft pick. I feel like gone are the days of playing for the love of the game or like the name on the chest, or like a lot of that's just, especially if you're in that position to get paid, like I don't even think I blame the players anymore.
No, I don't blame them at all. But I think that's taken some of the luster away from all these bowl games. So you extend the playoff, which is at some point in time coming over the next couple of years, the playoffs are going to get
It's going to
extended.
be 16. I guarantee it'll be 16.
Yeah, and then it's going to, draw away it's going to pull away a couple more bowl games that are unnecessary.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the landscape of college football has minimized the bowl games, I think, and minimized the conference champienships. Because again, if you're playing in college football, you're playing to make the tournament, right? The only way you get a chance at the national championship is to make the tournament. So you go on all in for the tournament. Conference championships matter or don't matter. The committee doesn't know if they matter or they don't. It just depends on if you're at SEC school. Or
Well, we know they don't matter.
yeah. So
At
and
least
that
I
muddies
do.
the waters with all of it a little bit too. So
Yeah. I think that's
college
one of the
football.
arguments.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Blaze.
I was just going to say, if you expand it out to 16 teams, you assume the conference championships are those teams with 1 or 2 losses, then it actually makes them mean, like, it brings them back to the other side of the spectrum to make them mean more. Because now you're playing for a bye in the 16 team rather than getting shoved out of the 12. So I hope they get back to meaning more, but it's definitely, they've been diminished over the past.
Yes. All right. So that's enough about that. So we have.
Well, real quick off that.
Yes.
I think college football is trying to live both. They're trying to blaze a new path, but they're also trying to hold on to traditions because traditions still bring the fucking money.
Yes.
So either way that they're trying to go, they want the new money, and they sure as fuck don't want to let go of the old money. So they're fucking themselves by holding on to traditions while trying to blaze a new path and figuring it out on the way.
And you got to say, college football has changed drastically in the last few years. Obviously, NIL,
with
NIL
letting
has
players
changed it significantly.
legally getting paid. Yes.
So the NIL has changed it significantly, and it's opened up college football to have teams like IU, because everybody can pay their players now. So it's opened up the door for other teams to play well, and the game has advanced leaps and bounds in the last 5 years. College football has.
I'd say 3 years just from me alone, from what I see, and I don't even watch the shit.
It's grown exponentially. That there's still things that have to, there's still things that have to be updated and changed and fixed. Like you said, living off the old ways and how things were done. I mean, these things are going to have to change and progress, or you're going to have this uproar and stink like you have right now about the way the committee did the playoff season.
And the same thing will happen next year.
It will, and it'll be something new to bitch about.
I mean, when we have 68 teams in the NCAA tournament, there's complaints about who gets left out, who gets put in.
And now it's going to be 78, 79, whatever they're talking about today.
It's a lot more marginalized once you keep pushing it out. So I feel like that's going to be their plan. They're going to push it out, and then it'll be less important, when it's Pitt versus Syracuse or somebody getting in.
Exactly. March Madness is going to break down to basically it's going to be round 1, round 2. It's not going to be the top 64 or anything like that. It'll just be round 1 starts the first weekend of March.
The Heisman Trophy presentation is this Saturday.
I was going to ask when that was.
So this Saturday night is the Heisman Trophy. There are 4 players that have been invited to New York.
Mendoza.
Fernando Mendoza, QB from IU, 2,980 passing yards, led the FBS with 33 passing touchdowns and only 6 INTs. Next up, we got Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt, with his annoying-ass mother. who threw for 3,192 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but he also ran for 826 yards and another 9 rushing touchdowns. We have Julian Sayin, the QB from OSU, 3,323 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 picks. And if I'm not mistaken, he led FBS in completion percentage at 74 point something or other.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was a record.
Yeah, and then lastly, we have running back out of South Bend, Indiana, your Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
We love.
Jeremiah Love, 1,372 rushing yards, 21 total touchdowns on the season, which passed Jerome Bettis for the most touchdowns from an Irish running back. 18 rushing touchdowns, which broke the rushing touchdown mark set by Audric Estime.
Who?
Audric Estime. About 5 years ago or so. Yeah. So Jeremiah
I guarantee
Love,
he's selling insurance now.
probably so. We did our. You guys
Call
remember?
Estime for an estimate. I'll give you good help.
Not to sidetrack too much, but you guys remember Ken Dilger, the tight end for the Colts?
Kenny Dilger, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Ken Dilger?
Yeah.
We did our open enrollment at work a couple weeks ago. Ken Dilger was one of our insurance guys.
Figures
Yeah.
It is.
So
with the slacks,
yeah. So
the khakis.
is Mendoza the favorite for the Heisman?
I feel like without a doubt. I mean, I opened up the sports book here. It looks like Mendoza's minus 2,000. Next up is like plus 3,000 with Jeremiah Love and Sayin. So, I mean, with the Big Ten championship, he has those Heisman moments. I feel like that's something that you always look for. He has those big plays, the one against Penn State, and then a clutch throw. Kind of drive against Ohio State. So I don't know if his stats are like out of this world, but you consider like with what the Indiana program is, like where they came from, what Cignetti has done. To me, he is the most important player on the best team, and to me, that's who the Heisman should go to every year.
Absolutely, 100% agree.
And he's consistent and didn't fuck up.
Yeah, and they said a lot. Back to the Big Ten championship game, the winner of that game was going to be the favorite for the Heisman. And you look at Julian Sayin, phenomenal year. Like I said, I think led the FBS in completion percentage, had statistically a great year. But he's throwing to 5-star recruits. They're a team full of 5-star recruits. Indiana has 0 5-stars and 5 4-star recruits on their team.
For
So
now,
they're playing out of their stars.
They're playing absolutely amazing. And then we have one college football game left that matters to a lot of people around the country.
Navy.
Army-Navy this Saturday. 6-5 Army versus 9-2 Navy, Saturday at 3 o'clock. And then our playoffs pick up, December 19th, I believe is the first game of the playoffs. So
something like that.
Blayze, you got anything else to add to the old college football chit-chat we've fumbled our way through here with technical difficulties left and right?
all good. No, I love it. I think I've probably watched more college football this year than I have maybe any other year, which is really saying something. I think it's going to come down to IU, Ohio State, and Georgia. I don't think anybody's going to mess with those three. I know Ohio State just had an injury to their D end. I think the key to beating Ohio State is getting a pass rush. So we'll see. I think if you're an IU fan, take solace in the fact that Georgia and Ohio State, you only got to beat one of them if you make it.
Our first game will be the winner of Oklahoma, Alabama.
Yeah.
And I would love nothing more to see, and I'm not Alabama, but you want to shut up the whole world, beat an SEC Alabama team.
No,
not because they're that good, but Alabama.
Well, they lost 3 games this year. IU still ain't played nobody.
Yeah.
It's always excuses. Fuck them all.
Especially given the turmoil with Michigan in the past couple hours, I'm rooting for IU. Wish them nothing but the best. And
awesome. Well, and before we let you go, I will, because you mentioned that, because I had it in my news and notes for later, the part of the show where we do the news and notes. Being that you're rocking the Michigan gear and you're a diehard Michigan fan, what's the scoop with the new coach, or the ex-coach, if you will, Blayze?
So it sounds like he slept with the staffer. Something it's been kind of rumored on message boards for a couple months. Obviously not ideal. The timing is terrible. I feel like we just screwed over a lot of recruits with signing day being a couple days ago. I feel like we screwed ourselves because the coaching search is over. We had all these good coaches out there. Now they're all hired.
They've already signed jobs.
Penn State gets Matt Campbell.
You missed out on Lane Kiffin right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My phone's been blowing up for the past couple hours talking about Kalen DeBoer. Like, I hope Alabama gets killed. We can hire Kalen DeBoer. We can get Jed Fish. We can get Dillingham out of Arizona State. I've heard John Harbaugh. I mean, anybody and everybody. So it's chaos right now. Good
old John Harbaugh might be looking for a job after this year.
Listen, the most important takeaway:
could have
Michigan
both
basketball,
brothers for
number
your
4
team.
in Ken Palm, one of the best teams, one of the best teams in the country. We're a basketball school, baby.
That's right.
That's
You're a
my
basketball
story, and
school
I'm
right
sticking
now.
to it.
I ain't
All
mad
right.
at you, brother. I ain't mad at you. Blayze, thanks for taking the time to work through the bugs with us. Great time having you on the show with us. We greatly appreciate it. And hey, we will talk soon.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, guys. Go
Wrong Call
Bulls.
Sportscast. We'll be back with the rest of the show here in just a moment. Dubby, for all of your energy and hydration needs. Comes in tons of fantastic flavors. Check them out at dubby.gg. Enter the promo code THEWRONGCALL at checkout for a 10% discount. Again, that's 3 words, The Wrong Call, for your discount. Check them out. Tastes fantastic. All right, welcome back to the Wrong Call Sportscast. Josh Tidwell, Dave Yagey. A big thank you to Blayze Damron for coming on and joining us on that first segment. Hopefully it all turns out well for you guys. We were a technical mess for the whole time, but I think we managed to make it work.
Pretty sure it's going to come together pretty good.
Yeah, it sounded good. It took a lot of time, but
If not, maybe next time, Blayze.
yeah. But Blayze, thank you so much for joining us. Blayze, if you guys don't know by the last name, is our research department's son, Brad Damron, who does all the research for us and helps us out with all the stats. That's his boy. He's a college football nut, so it was a pleasure to get him on to break down all the playoffs and
University of Michigan graduate.
the University of Michigan graduate. Michigan's a football school now, by the way. Or I'm sorry, a basketball school, by the way. So, again, Blayze, thank you. So,
One sexual allegation later, and
That's
you're
right.
a basketball school.
that's right. So, back to our regular programming.
First off, you're going to need energy because Titty needs energy after that stressful first segment we had. Get your dubby,
Get your dubby.
get your hydration, get your energy. Hell, get the s'mores milk flavored goodness. I
You
just
never
been
know.
informed today they're already sending me another package. I don't know what the fuck it is,
Can't
so we're
wait.
going to find out.
Because
But,
I just finished up the coconut, the tiger's blood. That
Oh,
was
there you
amazing.
go. All right.
So,
Well, get you some of that. It's on the website, The Wrong Call. Those 3 words. When you go to checkout, save yourself 10%. You could have saved yourself 30%, but nobody ordered, so you fucked yourself out of your own Christmas presents.
You did. You lost out
So
on
either way, I'll still save you 10% if you order The Wrong Call when you go to checkout. It's actually
GG.
pretty good shit. So, and they added mouse pads, gaming mouse pads, big ass gaming, the long fuckers. So they're pretty fucking cool looking with all the design companies that they're hooking up
Affiliated
with.
with?
Yeah, they're hooking up with manga artists. They're hooking up with all kinds of different things like the Chainsaw Man movie or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They got a special line
Yeah.
for that. They also hook up with content creators, and some of them are artists, and they use their artwork as parts of promotion. So maybe one day we'll get a W Wrong Call Tumblr or something one
You
day.
never know.
But you fuckers need to buy the stuff and
Yeah,
use our
no, sales
use
to go-
our fucking tagline in order for them to realize. So otherwise, The Wrong Call GG. Go get you some. Carry on, Teddy.
Carry on. All right. So back to our regular scheduled programming. The way we usually start the show out is with a little bit of PGA news. We got none,
Good.
but we do have some racing news.
Room
Baby.
for the end of the year.
This is the last F1 race of the season.
It should be because Santa Claus, the only fast thing I want to hear is Santa flying his fat ass in sleigh.
Max Verstappen won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last weekend.
Abu Dhabi, congratulations.
Lando Norris finished third. Remember we brought that up last week? If Norris finished third or better and Max won, Lando still won the championships. Max
Lando-
Verstappen won the race. Lando Norris finished third. Lando Norris won the F1 championship by 2 points.
Because he's the original owner of the Millennium Falcon.
Lando Calrissian.
Ristian. Yeah.
Yes. Lando
But
Norris,
that's true.
Yes.
It's a true story. Look it up. Since 1976
the
or
original owner.
1977.
But Lando Norris got his first championship in F1. Congratulations, Lando. Good
And
job.
didn't even have to win.
Yeah, he just had to finish third, which he did. In the NBA,
Oh,
in
God.
the Eastern Conference, Detroit Pistons are 19-5. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder,
No, I like the Oklahoma Cindy's better.
23-1.
Go get him,
They
Cindy.
still just win it. The Pacers are 6-18. They're coming off back-to-back wins, though,
Yeah, I know.
and they won their
They're going to play themselves right out of a lottery
They
pick.
won their very first away game Friday night against the Bulls. So, yeah, got their first win on the road. Go
Yay.
on, Pacers. College basketball, which Michigan's a basketball school now, if you guys didn't know
They
that
just
yet.
transferred over.
Purdue fell 5 spots to number 6 after their loss last Saturday.
That was their first loss,
That
right?
was their first loss.
Yeah.
They're 8-1.
And down goes number 1.
IU fell out of the top 25 with back-to-back losses. They lost to Minnesota, and then they lost to Louisville on Saturday, which if you guys, we had quite a few views on the TikTok video that I posted about a rough day in sports because on that Saturday, Purdue lost their first game, lost to Louisville, who were playing just down the road from the Big Ten championship.
Yep.
They lost to Louisville.
Same city.
Yep. But then IU got a big win last night against Penn State, 113-72 last night. So, but IU's fallen out of the top 25. Purdue's, like I said, dropped to number 6. Michigan's up to number 4. But like I said, college basketball is up and rolling. It's fun. Had the Jimmy V Classic last night. So now that college football is waning down, other than the playoffs and the bowl games, which may or may not be exciting for you to watch. Maybe if your team's in it, you'll want to watch a bowl game of a 6-12 in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Don't take away the Pop-Tart Bowl. That's the only time we get to see people eat a living Pop-Tart. So, I mean, come on.
So right now is the time we're still rocking the NFL stuff, obviously, but get going on the college basketball. So what else do I have here? That takes us to Yegi. Break down the NHL for us, bro.
Oh, we're going to drop the puck? All right,
we're going to drop the puck.
There's a game going on right now. Blackhawks and...
Blackhawks and somebody are playing.
I just went stupid. Either way, 2 conferences, right, folks? 2 conferences.
Yeah, we got
East and
West.
There we go.
We got the Metropolitan.
There we go. That's the first division in the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
And we'll start from 1 to 3. Washington, Ovi and his team have taken over the number 1 spot over
Capitals.
My Carolina Panthers. Hurricanes. They're sitting at 18-9-3 at 39 points. Number 2 is Carolina, 18-9-2, 38 points. And number 3, the Islanders, are 17-11-3 at 37 points. Last night, the Islanders and the Vegas Golden Knights were at Islanders. They were the first of a doubleheader. It went into a shootout. Okay, so a shootout is each team gets 3 tries.
Is it now? Is it okay? And I honestly don't know. Is it like soccer where they get a
It's one guy versus a goalie.
That's it. Okay,
Yeah, shootout.
Do they get to skate up, or is it a slap shot from a?
You start at fucking mid ice and you go.
Okay.
Roll from the
Quarter
blue
ice.
line the blue line into the attack zone.
Okay.
And so 3 and 3. So you had 3 main. You always pick your best shooters, and it went 3-3 nothing. And then finally, on the last one, the 4th, let's go again. Boom! There's the goal. The Islanders win the game. It was pretty exciting. You don't get to see a full length shootout like that very often. So, but it happened last night, so that was pretty fucking cool.
So do they have to go through a shootout first before they end up in a tie?
Yeah, you got to do the shootout.
Okay.
And then after that shootout, you've got everybody on the ice.
For a shootout opportunity, though, right?
No, that's it. You
Okay.
got like 2 minutes.
Okay, so it's shootout, nobody scores, everybody's on the ice for 2 minutes.
And then if
over.
you score, it's over. And if nobody scores, it's a tie.
Okay.
So that as soon as they got everybody on the ice, Islanders went down and fucking ran.
Scored with everybody on the ice.
It was awesome.
Okay,
It was very, very good. All right, move on.
Another quick question.
Sure.
Just for NHL information, I guess you will. When it comes to shootout, can you switch shooters, or is one guy all 3 shots?
No, it's 3 different shooters.
Oh, it's 3 different shooters.
Yes.
Okay.
So you take your best 3.
Okay.
So yeah. And
so
you take your best 3. You can put them in any order you want.
Does it have to be 3? Can one guy do all 3? Or
Well,
does it have
if the first one scores right off the fuck bat, then the other team has a chance to answer. And if they don't answer, it's over.
Okay.
Kind of like NFL, both teams get the ball or whatever.
Okay.
But it's 3 on 3, 3 of your best shooters versus the one goalie.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can pull a goalie if you want to, but usually it's your starting goalie.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
But shootouts are really cool. Yeah. Shootouts are really fucking cool. It's hard to explain, but once you see it, they're like, damn, because you got one guy that's a straight up skater, shooter,
Heading in.
giving it the
Heading
business,
in, making all the
one-on-one
moves,
against
yeah.
the goalie, and the goalies are always usually badass fucking weirdos anyway. So it's
Okay.
pretty cool. Anyway,
Very cool.
on the Atlantic Division, second division in the Eastern Conference, Tampa Bay Lightning sitting at 17-11-2, 36 points. Boston Bruins 18-13-0, 36 points. Detroit fucking Red Wings, tired of these guys, 16-11-3 at 35 points. Now we're moving on to the second conference, which is the Western Conference, which is West Coast. Central Division, which is straight down the line of dividing the Midwest. We got Colorado, hottest team in hockey, 21-2-7, 49 points. Dallas Stars, 21-5-5, 47 points. Minnesota Wilds, 16-9-5, 37. Minnesota's really good at getting in the playoffs and really good at getting bounced. So all they're doing is taking a spot from another good team. Anyway, Pacific, see, in the Eastern, we have the Atlantic Division because they have the Atlantic Ocean. In the Western Division Conference, we have the Pacific Division because they have the Pacific Ocean.
Were you a geography teacher at one point in time?
We all are now.
Okay.
The Mighty Ducks of fucking Anaheim are still holding on to number 1 spot over there at 19-10-1 at 39 points. The Vegas
Golden Knights.
14-6-9, which I just said that I watched them lose an epic fucking shootout last night in New York, sitting at 37 points. And the LA Kings sitting at 14-8-7 at 35. That's your hockey rundown. That's the slap shot. That's the one-timer. One-timer is, I'll give you a new hockey term.
Okay.
One-timer, two guys are going down the ice, okay? It's kind of like an alley-oop, but instead of a dunk, as soon as that guy passes it to you, the other guy's already loaded up.
Okay,
He's already mid-fucking slap shot. That puck comes right in front of his fucking wherever his hit zone is. Boom! Fires it. That's called a one-timer.
That's a one-timer.
Yeah.
All right.
Whether it goes in or not, that's another thing. But that's usually a 95-mile-an-hour fucking shot.
It's there.
Coming.
He's loaded.
Yeah, because they're already coming down 20, 30 mile an hour on the ice. Quick pass, breakaway, fucking one-timer.
One-timer.
It's a quick pass and shoot, left to right usually, or left to right.
All right. There you go.
So there's your hockey rundown. Blah, blah, blah. But
blah.
real quick, before we do anything else, the hot stove in baseball has heated up quite a bit because people are actually starting to sign and move with other different teams. But a couple ones that are in my mind, two of my favorite players that are in the league right this moment. Polar Bear, you know what the Polar Bear is?
I know the nickname you use all the time. I don't know the player.
Pete Alonso.
Yes.
For the Mets.
That's on my news and notes.
Pete Alonso just signed a 5-year, $155 million deal today
with the Orioles.
With the fucking Oilers. Yeah. Orioles. What the fuck?
Orioles.
What the fuck? You could have gone to a competitive team.
Makes no sense.
Money. So he went from being a Mets player that got paid money. Man, you're one of my favorites, man, but fuck.
Yeah.
And then Schwarber, there's been all kinds of false rumors that Schwarber wanted to retire in Chicago. I knew they were all fucking bullshit, but he signed a 5-year, $150 million deal to stay in Philly.
Yep.
And that's my baseball, my hockey rundown, the puck, and the hardball. All in one.
I had Alonso in my news and notes to get.
Those are two of some of my favorite players in the MLB.
Alonso and Schwarber?
Yeah. I would have loved it if Schwarber came back to Chicago.
Yeah,
but as soon as everybody's like, oh, Schwarber's coming back, I was like, no, nobody's reporting that.
He's a DL over there. I mean, why would you come back to,
Yeah, and he had an incredible fucking year, so write it out.
So, yeah, that was in my news and notes.
At least Schwarber stayed on a competitive team.
Yeah, exactly. My other news and notes was Sharon Moore getting fired. We talked about that already a little bit with Blayze.
Is that the Michigan coach? Yeah. I never knew his name.
The Bucks activated Mike Evans off the IR today.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
Was not expecting that.
He's got an opportunity to play. The Colts put Chavaris Mooney Ward back on IR again for a concussion.
He's pretty much done.
Yeah.
That's his third time in concussion protocol for a year.
And then the biggest news in all of freaking sports right now is Phillip Rivers coming back and signing with the Colts.
Yeah, I'm getting so Jeff Saturday vibes off of this fucking thing.
Okay.
Remember that a couple years ago?
Oh, yeah, when they made him the head coach? Wow. He won his first game.
Against the Raiders. Come on.
But then he didn't win another one after that.
No.
So let's talk about this Phillip Rivers signing a little bit. Grandpa, 44 years old.
Hey, Brett Favre was a grandpa, too.
Yeah. And there's numerous different ways you can take this. Okay.
Where to start?
Okay, yeah. How do I begin this conversation? So, obviously, losing Daniel Jones, we've talked about the Colts when we recap the games and talk about the Colts in general, the kind of spiral that's been going on with them here the last 4 or 5 weeks. After an amazing start to the season, granted, a very weak schedule to start the season.
I blame the coach for a lot of it. But
yes.
Yeah.
But a very, very tough last 4 or 5 weeks for the Colts as an organization. When you lose Daniel Jones, who's had a tremendous comeback year, it's tough for the offense. It's tough for the team to rally around. I've had high hopes on Riley Leonard, and I did when they drafted him because I thought schematically what before we knew Jones was going to be the starter, when we drafted Riley Leonard, I'm like, okay, he can do a lot of the same things.
Yeah, I saw a chance in that kid alone.
Yeah.
But the kid didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, he actually had some good. He had made some good plays. He looked calm in the pocket. He made a couple rookie, throws that were.
You're going to have that.
Yeah. But he, just like we talked about Shador a few weeks ago, he wasn't practicing with the first team all week, No. He got thrown in with an injured Daniel Jones and had to play. So this was his opportunity this week to work with the first team all week, get some reps, get some rapport with the receivers and the offensive line and the calls, and he's injured. So we didn't have another quarterback last week. If Riley Leonard would have left that game, Tyler Warren was our emergency backup quarterback.
Ripping.
He wasn't called up. He was still on the practice squad.
Still on the practice
squad.
So
Warren would have been our guy had Leonard left the game. So I'm upset that Leonard's may or may not get an opportunity. At this moment, we still don't know.
It's not that they can't give him an opportunity. He's hurt.
Yeah, but how hurt is he? And then you go back to how hurt was Daniel Jones in this left leg that affected the right leg. Of course, on the media world, they're talking about he's compensating for his fibula injury, which caused the Achilles injury. Makes sense, right?
It's a total. When my son was running the marathon and he felt something was going wrong, so he compensated, ran different,
So he was
and
sore on the
then
other.
compensated when shit went weird over there, and then it led to the collapse.
Yeah.
So that there is fact in that. I can tell you there's fact in that.
So Phillip Rivers signing, there's a couple things with this. One, he's a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
He takes one snap. He's got to wait his 5-year eligibility.
Yeah, but if he stays on the practice squad, he's still a semifinalist.
Yes, if he stays on the practice squad.
But as soon as they elevate him to a starter,
Which do you bring him in, sign him to the practice squad? Do you sign him to the practice squad because you don't know the status of Riley Leonard at the moment?
obviously that's what they did right now.
Yes, and
because the only other option is Cincinnati's letting go of Flacco.
Well, it doesn't matter.
There's no trade deadline over. You can't trade, and obviously they did call Tannehill.
Yes,
and Tannehill said no.
But the only place you can sign anybody from is off of somebody's practice squad.
Right, and that tells you what everybody's got.
Yes, so there weren't very many options available for the Colts.
I think they took him for the knowledge mostly.
I do too. I really do. And the more that you've heard the stories a lot today and yesterday is obviously Shane Steichen was the quarterback coach for the Chargers for either 4 or 6 years and worked with Rivers. And then I guess Rivers and Steichen talk a ton through the week because Rivers is coaching a high school football team in Alabama
with half his kids on it.
Yes, but he uses Steichen's offense.
Yeah.
So he talks to Shane Steichen a couple times a week, just yapping.
They're good friends.
The knowledge is there that he knows the offense.
It could help out Riley, but the sticky situation is that Riley's hurt going into this, and this week is a bad game for the
game for this.
For either one of these quarterbacks.
Yes.
For a hurt quarterback
or a rookie.
Or a 44-year-old quarterback. Yeah. This is a bad week for either one of them to start.
%. You do not want to be going against this defense as a rookie with your first start or a 44-year-old man.
Not just a rookie with your first start, an injured rookie with your first start.
Yeah.
And then a 44-year-old guy that's been on the couch for 5 years.
His press conference, he's a little portly. He looked a little chunky.
Hey, man, everybody makes it. He's 44 years old. I'm like, well, motherfucker, I'm 49.
I'm 47.
Yeah, I'm older than this fucking dude. What are you talking about?
That's right. But you ain't got 17 kids.
No, because unlike, never mind.
Yeah,
my pullout game is strong. I can get out of my driveway without any issues.
So yeah, if Rivers ends up playing, it's 5 more years before he gets in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he cares.
I don't either. I mean,
obviously he doesn't. Yeah, he knew he wasn't going to be first ballot anyway. Knowledge.
If come tomorrow, Riley Leonard's a no, we'll see Phillip Rivers playing on Sunday.
And he's going to die.
It's possible.
He's going to die. Or he's going to get sacked like 17 fucking times.
It's possible.
Because he'll take the snap and just lay down.
Yeah, because he is not mobile whatsoever.
Yeah, because his wife's probably like, well,
I saw a thing.
We need a couple more kids.
I saw a story today when I was reading because they were talking about this nonstop that said, hell, on his pro day out at NC State, his 40 time was like a 5.08 or some shit like that. So he's not a big, fast guy. He never was to begin with.
Never was, no.
But, after all these
years
he's got
a quick release. He's smart.
Yeah.
He could say, dag nabbit, like anybody else.
He had a cannon back in the day. How much he still got, it's yet to be determined.
Well, Flacco said, I feel my arm will work until I'm 50.
Yeah.
My brain will work until I'm 50. He's like, the rest is like getting away from these guys that keep getting faster and I keep getting slower. But he knows he can throw it and he knows he can read everything physically.
So Rivers is the big news. And obviously with the Colts.
And still gets to be 17 because Daniel Jones being out.
Did you see any of his press conference?
I heard he said 4 funny words right at the beginning. And I saw a picture of him smiling and laughing.
He said, it's kind of funny. He said, my kids from this age, he said his younger kids have asked him in the years past, like, why aren't you playing anymore? Now that his 6 and 7-year-olds are going to get to see him play in real life, maybe. He said, then my daughters, last time I played, they're in their 20s and stuff, and I got grandkids. But his press conference was fantastic. It was really great. He's like, but it was all, hell, my younger kids get to see me now that they're like normal adult and can comprehend what I'm doing. So he made it sound like he's ready to go out and play and that he's expected.
Well, like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got to play until you get punched in the fucking mouth.
Before we get into recapping last week and picks, just a little bit more on the Colts because I divulged too much. So obviously this is a terrible thing that happened with the organization, right? And how much worse is it that they traded this all of a sudden quarterback hell that they're in? They don't have a first round pick for the next 2 years because of the Sauce trade.
Well, you got to be Frankie Big Nuts.
They went for it. They went all in on Daniel Jones.
You can't plan for an injury that you don't know is going to come.
And how bad do you feel for Daniel Jones? Because this just cost him probably $100 million. He had a 1-year deal.
Yeah, he did. He'll be back though.
But he won't be able to play till he'll miss the first half of the season.
Yeah, it's a minimum year off an Achilles.
Yeah. So,
but is it a complete tear?
Well, yeah, I think.
All I hear is Achilles injury.
No, it's an Achilles tear. So he tore his Achilles.
Okay. Yeah. So you're looking, because you got Halliburton.
How much money did that cost that guy? Because he was on the 1-year deal, and he was when the Colts made that trade with Sauce and expected, they went all in with Daniel Jones. And other than the losses and the messed up the last few weeks, he had nothing. He was betting on himself entirely on this year being good, and he was working on himself a good contract.
Exactly.
But do the Colts? And I wouldn't hold the Colts accountable. It's a business, but you're not going to give this guy that kind of money now when he's not going to virtually play for you next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you can't invest that kind of money in a guy that's not going to be starting for you next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slippery slope. It really is, because
it's horrible.
This is where the business comes in, and
the business makes you turn you into a horrible...
I would buy a Lamborghini in a heartbeat the minute I get it, but if it's been wrecked 3 times, you're not getting the full fucking value out of this fucking thing. I'm going to pay you for Fiero money for it.
But that's what I said. This injury at this point in the season,
and the recovery time of it,
has cost him millions. Hundreds of millions.
Yeah, so
$100 million.
You have to make it to the playoffs in order for him to come back next year.
Yeah, but you're not
with a chance.
You're not going to sign. You're not going to sign to a big expensive deal if you don't know you're not going to.
You just franchise his ass and wait. But the problem is, who the fuck is going to play until then?
Yeah.
You think Rivers is going to come back, especially if he starts on Sunday?
No.
I think if he starts on Sunday, he's going back to the home, man. Seattle's not to fuck with right now. Their defense alone, their offense is slow to start, but Seattle's defense will bring 4 every fucking time. But the problem is you don't know what 4 it is.
And they can get pressure with 4.
And they give you all these fake fucking looks, and it's with 4 different people every fucking time. Phillip Rivers is smart, but he's 5 years ago smart.
Well, the mentality's still there, and it computes just as fast. But his body's not going to allow him to do the things that his mind says.
He's going to get the ball, and he's going to fall down.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor needs to carry this. Jonathan Taylor, and what's the tight end? Warren,
yeah.
Yeah, they have to carry this team from now on. And the offensive line needs to step right the fuck up and not let anything pass.
This game this week could be a shit show.
That's all there is to it.
But that's the news and notes that we kind of got through with Rivers. The Colts are in.
If the Colts survive Seattle without any more injuries, maybe you have a chance.
So, you want to take a little break, or you want to just roll?
Let's take a break. Okay.
We will be right back to recap last week's NFL. We had a few good games. We had the Kansas City Chiefs go down again. Yes.
Yeah.
But we'll recap. We had a couple good games. His team was on a bye. Mine fell apart. So we'll be right back with you in just a moment. After a quick little break, we are back. Time to recap last week's NFL games. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a lot of pretty quick, because I don't think I've got a lot of insight on last week's games. Your team was on a bye week.
Yeah,
we covered my team a little bit. The way my weekend went, I didn't actually watch a whole lot of football on Sunday.
We all know who to blame.
Yeah.
Gage.
Unky. Watched a little bit, had a work dinner to attend that Sunday night, so I missed most of the afternoon games other than highlights. So there won't be a shit ton of insight, but we'll just kind of run down through them and, kick out the points that we know or remember or saw the highlights. So we will start with, on Thursday Night Football, we had the Cowboys at the Lions. And I actually watched that game because I was off work Friday, so I was able to stay up.
That's nice.
I was able to stay up for that one. So that was a really, really good game. Cowboys went down once again. They're still got a chance to make the playoffs.
Only because Philly keeps losing.
Because Philly keeps sucking. Detroit won that one 44-30 on Thursday night. We get into Sunday football, and we had the Colts get their butts whooped by the Jaguars 36-19. We touched on that game.
They haven't won there since 2014.
They have not, and the AFC South is the Jaguars, it looks like now.
And the Texans are showing up a little bit.
The Texans are there. I mean, we've got to win a couple of these games with who knows who's starting at quarterback for a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah,
still.
Colts
So
have a really bad half
they've got
of this.
terrible back half of their schedule. So Seahawks beat the Falcons 37-9, which was pretty much expected. Seahawks, we touched on a little bit. That defense, and when they get going offensively, they are a tough team.
They'll eat you up.
Yeah, between them and the Rams, I mean, that
Minnesota's got a really fucking lethal defense too, but
they do.
Offensively, they just can't do anything.
I mean, they had back-to-back quarterbacks on the list.
Yeah, that's true.
So Seahawks win that one, 37-9. Steelers at Ravens turned out to be a pretty decent game, actually.
That was
I saw some highlights of that one.
Lamar Jackson said, "I'm going to treat this like a playoff game," and boy, howdy, did he play it just like a playoff
game. The Steelers are still alive.
I love hating on that dude. I just love it.
You did. That was our clip last week. Steelers win that one, 27-22.
Rodgers looked really good that day.
He did. But again, that division's just such a mess, man.
It is.
I mean, it's wide open. So Steelers win 27-22. We had the Titans at the Browns.
Mm-hmm. Titans get their second win.
Shador.
Yep.
So
Shador shined.
He actually played a great game. And there was a lot of talk this week about that 2-point conversion. They take him out of the game and run some bullshit-ass wildcat with Quinshon Judkins trying to throw a off his side.
I've watched that replay. I still don't even know what the fuck he was trying to do.
I just don't understand why they take Shador out at that point.
Are they going for draft picks? What are they doing? Either way, Myles Garrett gets anot's one.
He did get another sack.
Yeah, so he's up to 20.
Yeah, he needs 2 sacks with, 5 games?
4.
Yeah, dude's a monster.
Go Miles.
Vikings destroyed the Commanders 31-0.
Jaden Daniels got hurt again. Zach Ertz got a career-ending injury, probably.
That was a shame, and you could see the how upset he was on the sideline after that injury. And it wasn't nothing malicious he was in the air.
It's just a hit, man.
Just the way it came down, but his leg went,
Yeah. Through his mind, he's like, am I willing to do this again?
Yeah. At this point in his career, he's been ran. And Zach Ertz had a great career. So
he really has.
It's a shame
honestly,
to go out that way, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Vikings destroyed them that game. Vikings got them a win. Way to go, Skull.
That defense is not to be fucked
with.
They
are, but the offense just can't keep up with them.
They can't do dick.
No.
They really can't do dick.
Justin Jefferson's got to be hating life with the carousel of quarterbacks coming through there.
He's counting money, though.
Oh, he is counting money. He's counting money. Dolphins beat the Jets 34-10. Saw 0 highlights of this game. I have no idea what happened.
Didn't even see their cool uniforms?
No.
For the Jets?
Nope.
Right.
They have the black ones?
Yeah, with the manhole cover diamond plate on the shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hello from the gutter.
Yeah,
it's New York, all that stuff.
Saints beat the Bucks 24.
Yeah, they did.
24-20.
Bucks are on a slide.
They are. Baker was bona fide superstar for a minute, and then it just kind of all went to shit.
Yeah, something happened. Happened.
I read somewhere he's playing
team.
hurt or playing injured.
Well, we all know he's playing hurt because we saw that.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the rest of the team just isn't clicking.
No, they're not.
The rookies ran out of gas.
Yeah, Mbuka, they've had the carousel of running backs with injuries.
But what's his face is Bucky is back, but it's just not effective at this point.
The game of the day, the Bengals and the Bills.
That was a great game.
I was actually that was on the same time the Colts.
Snowy
game.
Even. We all like that.
We love the snow games. And Burrow had them rolling.
The Bengals led this fucking game
until the 4th quarter.
And then he went to make that one pass, and this dude, Michael Jordan, out of nowhere, and fucking snagged that bitch and ran it right back.
Yep.
Okay, Burrow's like, fuck you, man. I ain't scared. I'm coming right back. He threw it. It pinballed off his receiver, got picked again. He got 2 picks in a row, and that sealed the deal.
Well, that did, and in that game, in the 4th quarter, in the snow, Josh Allen put his cape on. He went in the phone booth.
He went in full-on MVP mode.
Yep. He went full Superman. I'm going to win this damn game.
Bills did their thing, and they utilized the tight ends like a motherfucker.
They did. Josh Allen had a great game that game.
Yep.
Put him back in the MVP conversation because, we keep moving our MVP around. Remember, it was Daniel Jones for a while. It was
definitely Matthew Stafford's to lose at this point.
It is Stafford's to lose. Yes, Stafford's playing out of his mind. But Josh Allen's
doing great.
Yeah, he's making another run at it.
If it wasn't for that defense, though, boy, them Bengals were going to fucking roll them.
They were. Those 2 picks changed the game.
8 minutes left in the whole game, and then that happened. Burrow's like, all right, fuck it, I'm coming back. And
love seeing them snow games, man. Those snow games are a blast to watch. Hell of a comeback win for Buffalo. Josh Allen put the cape on, said, "Yep, I'm going to do it." And they proceeded to beat them 39-34.
Yeah.
Broncos Raiders 24-17 Broncos.
Shocker.
Broncos still rolling.
Can't believe they let him get 17 points.
Right. Damn fucking Raiders. Bears Packers. This was
It was actually a
decent
pretty good game.
I had my work dinner on Sunday night and down at the garment factory, and the one TV in the bar area had this game on, and everybody we're mingling and drinking and having appetizers and the whole works, and I kept watching, and kind of a back and forth game. So I didn't get to see a whole lot other than the score, but when I did look up, it always seemed like there was a big play on offense or defense going on.
Yeah, they were trading punches for a while. And then Caleb Williams just threw a fucking pick at the end zone right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Sealed the deal.
But the Bears are still ahead of schedule. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, they're doing
better.
good. They dropped from 1st to 7th.
Yeah, I know.
In the NFC that quick. That's how tight the NFC is right now.
They were the number 1 seed going into this week, and now they're 7th.
Yep.
Unreal.
It's all because the Niners are out there fucking shit up.
They are. The NFC is the dominant teams in the National Football League seem like they're the NFC teams, right? It's the Rams.
I think the NFC is winning the Super Bowl this year.
Seattle.
Pending a miracle game.
Yeah.
But as of right now, NFC is the powerhouse of the conferences.
All the AFC teams are kind of muddled.
Very muddled. Very muddled.
But there's no standout team in the AFC that you go, I mean, I guess you could still say New England. But they were.
Yeah, but they're actually underdogs this week.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah. So, yes, Packers, Bears, great game. Rams.
Because they play the Packers.
I think so. We'll get to that one. We got the Rams at the Cardinals. Rams beat them 45-17. Stafford with 3 more picks. Blake Corum, the rookie from Michigan, had a monster game.
Yeah.
120-some rushing yards, a couple touchdowns.
Puka got his first multi-touchdown game.
Yep.
Out of all the amazing shit that Puka does, this is the very first time he's had 2 touchdowns in one game.
And out of all them touchdowns, all them yards, I don't think Devontae got a touchdown, which killed me in a freaking parlay. What the hell? And then we had the Sunday night game, Texans-Chiefs. Chiefs go down again. That Texans defense is
nasty. It's pretty nasty,
dude. That Texans defense is bad.
Fuck nasty.
CJ Stroud's come back, a little bit.
He made some good throws to Nico.
Yeah.
I don't think he's lights out rookie year he was.
But that defense is.
But now I think he just needs to calm the fuck down. Don't fuck up.
Because the NFC South is still open for them in Jacksonville.
Yeah, and just let the defense eat, man.
Yeah. Just do what you got. You hate to call CJ, make him a game manager, but when you got a defense like that, all you got to do is not make mistakes.
At the end of the day, the whole reason he played the whole season was for a fucking championship. Yep. Am I right?
Absolutely.
I don't care if they call you game manager or what. You still get a ring.
That's right.
And you're still called an NFL champion.
That's right. So, Texans, Chiefs. Are the Chiefs done? They can't win the division.
No, they're eliminated from division winning, but they're not eliminated from playoffs. Hey, man, just the refs will have a meeting and they'll figure it out.
And then we had the Monday night game.
But the refs couldn't help them out because they were blatantly horrible that whole day.
Yeah. The Chargers, with Justin Herbert's freshly surgically prepared hand, the Eagles are a mess.
Yeah, the Eagles, nobody knows what the Eagles, I don't think the Eagles know what the Eagles are.
They're a mess.
Yeah. I did get a shitload of points off their defense.
About benching Jalen Hurts.
Well, you're fucking stupid because I don't know what their other option is.
I don't even know who their backup quarterback is.
That's the defending. That's Philly being Philly. Philly needs to take a minute and shut the fuck up themselves. That's all. It just happens, man. You won the Super Bowl. You can't always back it up. So just chill the fuck out. Relax. You've got a good team. You've got a good coach. Everything doesn't have to happen right fucking now.
Yeah, but Philly's a hot.
But I still don't count him out.
No, you can't.
There's a month left to play.
He played so bad with 4 picks. He had 2 turnovers on 1 single play.
An interception and a fumble. First time since 1978 when they started recording that stat.
So we just a quick little division standings, real quick. Just go over I want to go over it a little bit. In the NFC East, Eagles are 8-5, Cowboys are 6-6.
Okay.
In the North, you got the Packers at 9-3, the Bears at 9-4, the Lions at 8-5.
The Lions have some work to put in.
Yes. In the NFC South, you got the Bucks at 7-6, the Panthers at 7-6, and then in the West, the Rams are 10-3, the Seahawks are 10-3, and the Niners are 9-4. I mean, yeah, the NFC's tough.
The Niners are the ones fucking up the wild card round all these NFC teams.
Yeah. The AFC, the Patriots are 11-2 with the Bills at 9-4 behind them. In the AFC North, the Bengals. The Bengals had a chance with Burrow coming back. Remember, we questioned him coming back. Yeah. Had they beat the Bills last week, the Bengals still had an opportunity, but they had to win out.
Yes, basically.
And
yeah.
they had that game until the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
And it got them. So in that division.
So pending a miracle, Bengals are pretty much
Probably
out.
Steelers are 7-6, Ravens 6-7, Bengals 4-9. In the AFC South, Jaguars 9-4, Texans 8-5, Colts 8-5.
Colts slipped to 3.
Yeah, the Colts have fallen. Obviously, we've documented that wholeheartedly the last few weeks. And then in the AFC West, Broncos 11-2, Chargers 9-4, Chiefs 6-7. So the Chiefs still have an outside chance at the playoffs, but yes,
Very outside.
The division is out of the question for them.
I think it'd be best for America if the Chiefs
Don't even make it.
Chiefs, like they're the peeps. Just, we don't need tomato cans in the playoffs this year.
Here's the interesting.
Everybody's sick of their shit. They
It
really
is.
are.
But here's the interesting part of just so notoriously every year, the last few years, the best quarterbacks in the league they talk about are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and 2 of those 3 can have a possibility of not making the playoffs this year.
Right.
No Lamar.
And they're all AFC quarterbacks.
No Mahomes.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting stuff right there.
I mean, it happens. That's called fucking parody.
How many times have we said it this year? The NFL is drunk.
The NFL is drunk. There is a shifting of the guard. It happens.
In college football,
There was a shifting of the guard when Mahomes and Allen and Lamar and all them took over.
yeah. From
After
the Brady,
Peyton and Brady and all that. So, well, that's
Breeze,
that's been almost 10 years.
it's been a minute.
So,
But we've never not seen the Chiefs with Mahomes and not in the playoffs.
well, it's about time.
I'm
we
ready
don't.
for it. I'm ready for it.
I'm tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
We all love a dynasty when it happens, but when it's happening, we're all fucking sick of it.
I'm tired of it. Especially a tomato can ass fucking.
Yeah,
Chiefs
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
That's last week's NFL, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with your favorite segment of the week.
Yeah,
Get ready for it.
Bonafide bets.
I don't think so. We got another segment for that. So, hey, go ahead and just sing the words if you don't know them already. Sing along.
It's a favorite time of the week. A favorite time of the week. Everyone laugh, clap, and cheer. The shittiest quarterback finally here. The shittiest quarterback of the week. The shittiest quarterback of the week.
All right, you heard it, folks. It's Dave's time to shine. Go ahead and give it to us. What time is it? It's time for
time
what?
for.
That's
time
right.
for Jello. I don't know.
Jello.
It's time for the shittiest quarterback of the week. All right,
Go
this is out of
ahead
week
and break it
14. All right, every week I give you live. We're live with 5. These numbers dip pretty low.
Well, we had a couple bad ones this week.
I got a nice surprise that is on this show.
I told him earlier before we started, I'm like, I already know who the shittiest quarterback of the week was, and not because I was trying to pay attention, and just they brought up a terrible stat on Get Up. I was watching this week. He's like, that's not even the worst. I'm like, oh shit, get out of here. So I'm going to be as surprised as you are. Again, it helps that I didn't watch that much football this week. Break it down. Man.
Either way, we start with 5. Number 5, Cam Ward got his second win in the NFL. Sorry, kid. You're probably going to be a good quarterback. You don't suck. You're just on a shitty fucking team. 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 70.1. Guy still got the win, his second win.
He got it second
Over
win.
the Browns.
Over the Browns.
Only because the coach Stefanski sucks
He's an
and
idiot.
pulled out Shadur. Number 4, shocker. On the downfall for them, the Bucks. Baker Mayfield. Baker the playmaker. Something's wrong with this team.
Something's wrong with that team.
Yeah, and it's not going well. 122 yards. This is an MVP candidate.
He was at one point in time.
At one point in time. 122 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 55.1. Did you see that jump?
That's a big dip right there from 5 to 4.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Now,
put that in your memory bank.
moving on to number 3. 162 yards, 0 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 38.5. This guy lost to the Minnesota Vikings. You like that?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk fucking D. Cousins. 38.5, which I have pointed out over the last couple weeks. If you just throw the fucking ball into the ground 20 times in a row, you get 39.6.
By spiking the ball.
Yes.
39.6.
Kirk Cousins got 38.5.
So he's worse than spiking it every
Yes.
play.
Now
Okay.
you ready to take another dive?
For another dive.
Take another dive. This guy was the MVP of the Super Bowl last year. Super Bowl champion. The guy that you thought was going to be the shittiest quarterback of the week. And he was pretty shitty. The first guy since 1978 to record two turnovers and one possession, an interception and a fumble. And that's after the other team already fumbled. So there was 3 turnovers in one fucking play. It's Mr. Jalen fucking Hurts. 240 yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
And a fumble.
And a fumble. 31.3.
31.3.
Now,
and he's second. He's second.
He's number 2 on the list. Now.
I thought he won. I really did think he won.
Oh, how low can you go? Let's break out the bar. What's that game called when you go underneath it?
Limbo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's limbo. Number 1, the lowest on this sportscast, the Wrong Call Sportscast, the lowest QBR
That we've
ever
ever had
recorded.
on the Wrong Call Sportscast.
Yes. Anthony Richardson last year was a 24.1 or 3, something like that. Lower than that, kids.
Lower than that.
And not only is that lower, he is a Super Bowl 3-time winning quarterback. His name is Mr. Patrick Kermit Mahomes. 160 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 19.8 QBR against the Texans. And that buck nasty defense.
Nasty. What was his QBR?
19.8. Anthony Richardson had a better, yeah, you see what I'm saying.
19.8.
Yeah, we're all thinking, well, how the fuck did that happen? Well, I'll tell you. He went 14 for 33, 42
That's less than 50%.
Yes, 42.4 completion percentage. It's 160 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We all know that. His longest was a 35-yard pass, 0 fumbles, but 2 sacks. For a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Brad, before next week, since the change to the evaluation of the QBR, what's the lowest recorded from a starter in the NFL from a whole game?
I had that, and that was during a Super Bowl
Okay.
like 30 years ago.
But the QBR has changed, remember? It used to be-
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But they were using
a different metric back then.
No, but they were using the updated metric when I gave that stat. It was during last year's Super Bowl.
Okay.
I looked at that. But as far as shittiest quarterback of the week
That's
that
by
we've
far
ever
the
done
worst.
as a Wrong Call Sportscast, this is the lowest that we've ever seen because Richardson came in at a 24.1 to 3.
I cannot wait
Yeah,
to find the worst terrible picture of
there's going to be plenty of them.
Patrick Kermit the Frog
So
Mahomes.
the Chiefs are going down. And like I said, once again, if you just throw the ball 20 times into the fucking dirt, you will get 39.6.
And Patrick Mahomes has the lowest recorded on the Wrong Call Sportscast.
On this show.
On the
this
shittiest
show.
quarterback of the week.
Since we've been alive this is our 2nd season. So this is
Yeah.
the lowest that we have seen for the shittiest quarterback week and probably the fucking year with numbers like that. That was a
Good
bad
Patrick
showing.
Mahomes.
Way to go. Bye-bye, Chiefs.
Holy crap.
Please
that's
don't
horrible.
infect my fucking postseason. I'm tired of you.
Yep.
Take a year off, refresh ourselves, refresh you.
Everybody. Patrick Mahomes, congratulations on your award because you're not getting an MVP or a Super Bowl trophy this year. But you did get
No.
the shittiest quarterback of the week for week
Yep.
14 of the NFL.
Probably the year.
He probably will win it for the year. We'll be right back to pick next week's games.
Peace out.
Okay, welcome back. Give it up one more time for Patrick Mahomes, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking A.
come on. That's the worst we have seen. Terrible.
Yeah, as far as our
Terrible.
show's been going on.
Before we move on with our picks, we got to recap how
It's
we've
not
done.
no Scott Humphreys kind of shit, but
No.
yeah.
Recap how we've done. Again, as always, thank you, Brad, for statistician and compiling all of our numbers for us and keeping us on track. Brad, thank you as always. Last week, Dave was 8-8. Good week for you.
I was 8-6, motherfucker.
No, Dave was. Hang on. Oh, I'm on the wrong week, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, let me start over. Dave was 8-6 last week at 57%. I was back a week. I was 6-8%.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, rough week for me.
don't shit on me, dog.
No, my bad. I tried to do you dirty. On the season, Dave is 118-90, 57%. I am sitting at 128 and 80 at 62%. So that's where we currently stand on our picks on the season.
We're both still positive.
Dave had a good week. I had a shitty week, but yes, we're positive on the year. So it's time to pick the games for the week, Dave.
Okay.
We have no more bye weeks.
Okay.
Those have just finished.
Okay.
That was the last
We're
week
down
of
to
bye
last
weeks.
month. This is the stretch. This is called the stretch.
This is the stretch. And
Anybody that's competitive, this is when you try it.
before we get into the picks, in fantasy football, last week was our last regular season week of fantasy football.
I had a shitty year.
We are moving on to the
first round of the playoffs.
8 teams of
In fantasy.
teams make it in. Dave, his wife, his son, and me didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, we suck.
We suck.
No, you suck again.
So we are playing in the toilet bowl. In our league, the way it works out, the winner of the toilet bowl gets the first pick in the draft next year.
Yeah.
And we pull for everybody else. So 2 through 12 is a random drawing. But the winner of the toilet bowl gets the first pick in the draft. So there is me and 3 Yeggies in the toilet bowl. So
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Congratulations to us. So this week,
This year was rough on fantasy.
Yeah.
I couldn't get nothing going.
week 15 of the NFL starts off on Thursday night, Dave, with an NFC South matchup, the Falcons at the Bucks.
Okay.
Baker just made the list. They've been playing rough. They got some issues to figure out. Kirk Cousins was on the list.
Yeah.
So it's at Tampa, so I'm going to go with Tampa on this one.
Usually the home team wins.
7-6 Bucks.
I'm going to go
Falcons.
with. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Falcons because I need the Falcons to win this game.
For your Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to root for the Falcons on this one.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit
Straight homer, homie.
Yeah, because of my list, and I don't want to miss them this week because, that's what I tend to do, and I try to avoid the Colts because they're top of my list because I'm a Colts fan. So we've got a 4:25 game in Seattle, the Colts at the Seattle Seahawks.
That's Seattle all fucking day.
It is Seattle all day, and I don't even know what to say. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be.
No,
we've lost Sauce. We've lost Wolf.
That stadium has life in it because
It
they're
does.
winning,
Yeah,
and
they're
that's
10-3.
a hard fucking place to play.
It's a hard place to play when they're not a good team.
Oh my god, yeah. Let alone when they're excited.
Yeah. So, this is Seahawks all day. I'm picking against the Colts here. In the 1 o'clock window, we get the Browns at the Bears.
I just hope if Phillip Rivers plays in that game that he lives through it.
Did he makes it to the end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think he's got at least one more kid in him.
At least. So we will see what transpires there at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Death.
But we're both on the Seahawks there. Browns at the Bears.
Well, that's Bears.
It is the Bears. Myles Garrett still gets a sack in this game.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Miles the whole time.
Oh, me too. But Bears win the game.
You can get Caleb all day long.
Yeah. So we're both on the Bears in this one. We got the Ravens at the Bengals.
Again, I'm going to go with the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals here too. What they just did with Buffalo.
What they did the Ravens 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know they're out of playoff
On
contention
Thanksgiving
most likely.
weekend. Wasn't that Thanksgiving
Yeah,
night?
it was. Yeah. So they're probably out of contention. Burrow's still going to go out there and sling it and make you know that he's here. I'm him.
Yeah,
So
he is him.
yeah, Bengals over the Ravens. We're both on the Bengals. Cardinals at the Texans. That monster
That's
defense.
got to be the Texans.
That's the Texans. Yep.
Jacoby cooled off quite a bit.
Yes, he did. He did.
The Cardinals cooled off quite a
They
bit.
did. They had a couple little. They had a couple little moments there, a little flashy.
Where you thought they were going to be some.
They might make a little noise.
That's the
but
Texans.
They're not going to make no noise in that division.
Texans are making a push, man.
They are, and like I said,
This is all the last month. These are teams that are wanting to be somebody.
yeah. A lot of these teams have no chance at the playoffs now. Are eliminated. These other ones are battling for division titles.
Yeah. Well, the ones that don't have anything to play for, they still want to shit on your bed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It doesn't, at this point in the season, there's nothing better than fucking your title hopes up.
It's spite and hope
Yeah,
on both sides of the ball.
So we're both on the Texans there. We got the Jets at the Jaguars.
Jags.
Jags another nasty defense, and I like Jacksonville here myself.
Jags are putting it together at the end of the year.
Chargers at the Chiefs.
I'm hoping Chargers,
I think the Chargers will win.
but it's at the Chiefs.
It's at the Chiefs, but I'm still picking Chargers.
So the refs couldn't help them last week because they just got straight fucking curb stomped.
Yeah.
The Chargers defense is really good because they play in a shell.
Yep.
And the Chiefs don't have a running game.
No.
So the Chargers beg you to run on them. They will give up yards,
Yeah.
but that's to fool you into throwing on them. So that's where I think hopefully the Chargers chime in on because the Chiefs have no running game, so they will be throwing all day.
The return of Amarion Hampton for the Chargers this past week was huge.
Yes.
He had a monster game. And you'd have thought you take a step back with Herbert because of the hand injury, but he was out there running. He was making runs.
He don't care. He's young. He don't give a fuck.
He's out there to win games.
And he's rich.
sacrificing. Yeah, he's sacrificing his body to win games.
Yeah.
So,
but the way the Chargers defense is, please throw it.
Yeah.
If you run it, people will be like, fuck. But Chiefs have no run. But it might be one of those. What time is that game?
It's a 1 o'clock game in Kansas City.
Oh, got relegated to 1 o'clock. Yeah. If the refs don't fucking come up with some bullshit, I think that's Chargers all day. And I hope it's Chargers all day. Just because of the defense.
Now, here's
the Chargers.
Here's a monster 1 o'clock game this Sunday for supremacy in the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills are at New England. New England coming off a bye week. Buffalo at New England. Man, I want to pick the Bills so bad here, but New England has given me no reason to pick against them. I'm taking the Patriots.
I'm taking the Bills.
Vrabel has got that team.
I know they have, but they haven't. Is this the first time they've met up?
I'm not 100%
I believe
sure,
it is.
It may be because
they might be one of those end of the year double fucking.
You might be right.
But I'm going with the Bills.
Okay, I'm taking the Patriots.
I like both these teams, but
yeah.
I'm going with the Bills because I think Josh Allen is putting on that second MVP cape. It's Stafford's to lose at this point, and the only other one I see that could even take it from him is fucking Josh Allen, especially what he did last week and the Bills did alone against Cincinnati.
You know, the Bills are my second team.
That's just personal opinion.
My homer in me's got me. I'm always a Colts fan, but I've been a Bills fan for as long as I can remember myself. Everybody knows that. So, but the Patriots are they're just too goddamn good. And it's funny.
Boringly good.
It's funny because I despised the Patriots for all them years with Tom Brady, between the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. But the new regime, I think Drake May's a stud. I love Mike Vrabel as a coach. I even did at Tennessee, and he was in our division. But it's not Belichick there right now. If Vrabel and the Patriots are dominant and strong for a couple of years, this idea may change. But I like
Vrabel played for Belichick.
I know.
It's still the same pedigree.
Yeah. So you're on the Bills. I'm on the Patriots.
I'll take the Bills because I think the Bills need this game.
Yeah, they definitely need it. Commanders at Giants.
I'm going to take the Giants on this one.
I'm going to take the Giants on this one too, and I don't even have a reason why.
I don't think the Commanders healthy enough to get through the rest of the year.
No. Raiders at the Eagles.
It's at the Eagles. The Eagles have to win this game.
They do.
I'm going to go with the Eagles because
me too.
If they lose at home against the Raiders, I don't think the Eagles will play the following week because they'll fire everybody.
Yeah, Eagles win this one this year.
Yeah, Eagles have to win this game.
Now we hit the 4 o'clock slate. The Colts was in the 4 o'clock slate, but we already picked that one. Packers at the Broncos. NFC AFC game. Best team in the AFC.
Mile High is a tough place to play.
The Packers defense is
Lambeau is a hard place to play.
It is.
So that's
and we've talked about it a few times. I've never been sold on Jordan Love. Since Christian Watson has come back for receiver for them.
Yeah, I remember he was out half the year last year too.
Yeah, but since he's gotten back the last few weeks, they've really kind of started clicking it. And Josh Jacobs is just as solid as you can get. He's not. I don't think he's a home run guy anymore, but he gets you those.
No, but he's solid as a rock. Yeah. He's a Frank Gore.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get you those couple.
You want
yards
1,000 yards? I'll get you 1,000 yards.
But if you're on 3rd and short, count on me, buddy. You got it.
Yeah, I'll get you 1,000 yards. We're going to take all year.
yeah. But he's playing phenomenal football, and the Packers are coming along, I think, at the right time. This is the time to come along.
And they need to win this game to hold on to their position in that division.
But it's in Denver at Mile High.
Yeah, that's equilibrium for both because both those places
both cold weather
are
teams.
hard to fucking play. So who'd you pick?
I'm gonna take the Broncos. I'm gonna take the home team.
Taking the Broncos. I'll split it with you.
Okay.
I'll take Green Bay on this one.
And here, another great 4 o'clock game: Lions at the Rams.
Shit, at the Rams.
At the Rams.
Fuck.
The Rams and the Seahawks. I'm back and forth on which one I think is the best team in the NFC.
Those are division rivals.
They are.
So watch that out.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if those, in my opinion, are the best 2 teams in the NFC are the Seahawks and the Rams.
Fucking Niners, man.
They're making noise, but they're not as good as the Rams.
They're sticking their 2 fingers up everybody's butt. Be like, why the fuck are you 9 wins?
I know. How do they have 9 wins?
But the same division.
Lions, Rams.
Wow. What time is that game?
25.
I can't wait to watch that one, actually.
We got some good football this Sunday.
That's probably game of the week. other than my Panthers.
Yeah, which we're going to pick next. But we're going to pick the Lions-Rams first.
Ow. Okay, because of seeding, Rams are pretty much in. I'm going to root for Detroit on this because I want them in the playoffs.
And they got to win to stay alive.
Yeah, because they are basically third.
Yeah, in that division, in the North.
Yeah, so I'm going to, again, I pick all these games on teams I want to root for, especially this time of year. I'm pulling for Detroit.
So you're picking the Lions.
And I love the Rams. Don't get me wrong. I love Matthew Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford Mafford. If he wins another Super Bowl, I will not be mad whatsoever.
MVP right now.
Yeah. It's his to lose.
Yes, it is his to lose.
But hopefully I want the Lions in the playoffs because I think that adds extra sauce.
They need to win this to get.
They need to win this game in order to be even mentioned in that.
I'm picking the Rams.
I'm mentally picking my playoff trees. That's all I'm doing right now.
I got you. And then we got 4 o'clock slate still because no bye weeks this week. We got the Panthers at the Saints.
Oh, they put them at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, at the Saints.
That's fucked up. Usually it's home team. So, man, Panthers ain't going to get to 9 wins if I don't pick them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Panthers!
Nothing would be
finer to be in Carolina for the Panthers football game. Even though it's in the islands.
Yeah, I'm picking the Panthers.
Man.
Off a bye week, get a little healthy.
Fuck that.
Great time to have a bye week this late in the season. They've had some injuries.
It's hard to come off a bye week.
I know. But going to New Orleans, I like the Panthers.
Come on, man. Bucks lose, Panthers win. We sitting in the cat seat.
That's right. So we're both on the Panthers. We've got the Titans at the Niners.
Fucking Niners, man. That's Niners all
day.
One
more win, gonna keep fucking
at the Niners.
They're gonna keep fucking up the fucking playoff seedings.
They're the ones fucking everything up.
In the NFC, the Niners are the injuries that these guys have had.
I know. That's what we talked about a couple weeks.
We've talked about
great fucking coaching.
We've talked about it damn near every week.
And that's great coaching. That's great drafting. That's great fucking next man up. Fuck yeah, the next man up's just as good as the guy that just went down.
They have no business being here.
I know.
On paper.
But here they are.
And you know what the fucked up thing is? Because they've been quietly awesome, they've had no primetime games. There've been no games of the week. They just keep winning football.
It's kind of pissing me off, really.
A little bit, because I haven't watched so much of it, other than highlights.
I've never been a Niners fan. And just go away, please.
Yeah. But
you're fucking shit up.
But they're playing the Titans, so Niners got this one.
Yeah, they got that one.
The Sunday night...
McCaffrey's probably going to get 200 yards.
The Sunday night game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, God.
This could legitimately be a good game.
No, it can't because Vikings have no offense. They're going to fuck Dak up left and right. CeeDee Lamb's out of this game.
He's got some issues going on. He's been in the news this week for...
Vikings going to beat him up, but I think
Cowboys
Dallas wins.
I do too. In Dallas, they still win.
Dallas,
they keep their playoff chances alive.
They're going to jump in the fucking ring-a-ding bell thing.
They're going to keep their playoff chances alive.
What's that called?
Salvation Army.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to jump in the fucking bucket.
Yeah, so I think Dallas keeps their playoff hopes alive with a win.
No, fuck it. I'm taking the Vikings.
There you go, Dusty.
Yeah.
Skull, baby.
Yeah, skull, baby.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
The more I listen to it, the Cowboys are kind of hurt.
And then our Monday night game to finish off the week is the Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Monday night in Pittsburgh. The Dolphins are 6-7. The Steelers are 7-6.
That's got to be Steelers, right?
I feel like it's got to be, but I'm not sold.
Like common sense here.
Common sense says pick the Steelers. Pick the fucking Dolphins.
Okay, I was getting ready to ask. Well, whoever you pick, I'll split it with you.
Pick the Dolphins.
You taking the Fins?
I'm taking the Fins.
I'll take the Steelers.
Not that they're playing good, but the Steelers aren't playing good.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Flip the coin. Yeah. So I'll take the Dolphins. You take the Steelers.
All right, I'll split it with you.
You're still leading the division somehow desperately. I don't know. But
yeah, it's cold in Pittsburgh, but
yeah, the Fins are going to go up there. And I don't know.
It's supposed
to
be negative temperatures for all of us this whole
Saturday.
Weekend.
The low Saturday is -1. Yeah,
I'm staying home naked in bed all day Saturday.
So Dolphins and Steelers.
Until I go to the liquor store.
He's on the Steelers. I'm on the Dolphins.
Yeah, we split it.
That is the picks for this week of the NFL. First week of all of your fantasy football playoffs.
Yeah.
So good luck to anybody who's playing in fantasy. I'm playing in toilet bowl for the first pick.
God knows I'm not, but I'm still in the playoff for first pick.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. That's our picks for the week. I have no plans, nothing going on this weekend. I'll watch a lot of football this weekend.
All right.
And if I believe it, if I'm not mistaken, again, no more bye weeks for the NFL. College is waiting on all their bowl games and playoffs. So I think we start getting Saturday football the following week? Saturday NFL football?
I haven't seen it pop
Yeah.
up, and it didn't pop up.
Yeah, not this week. This week is all just,
Yeah.
you know, Thursday, Sunday, Mondays. All right, we got one more little segment here for you, and we'll wrap this motherfucker up.
Yep.
Time to spend some money, Dave.
Right now?
Right now.
Shit, let me get my credit card.
Come on now.
You guys tired of holding on to your money, especially during Christmas time? You got to buy presents for your wife, your kid, the dog. Always get the dog something nice because the dog is at least nice. Either way, what's this called?
What do we call this motherfucker?
Bonified Bets with Josh. All right, let's waste money during Christmas time.
Yeah.
When your kids don't get the fucking pony they wanted for Christmas, cry like a bitch because daddy made a bad bet. Or you get 2 ponies because daddy made a bitchin' bet and got everybody a pony.
I love that intro right there, but after last week's bets were horrible, bro.
Hey, man, like I said, sometimes you get 2 ponies, sometimes you get no ponies.
Last week was 1 and 3, bud.
One.
I hit 1, but I didn't hit it wasn't a lock. The lock's not the
So 1 is better than no, my friend.
1 and 3 last week, no lock. On the season, that puts me at 32 and 24.
Still over.
7 and 7 on the locks. 50% on the locks.
50 on the locks. Breaking even.
Breaking even on the locks, but we're ahead on the
You're like
bets.
Mike Tomlin on the locks.
I am. I'm
Still
always,
without a losing season.
still not having a lose season. I'm always coming back next year.
Give him the old bug eye looks.
32 and 24 in the season, 7-7 on the locks. I got 4 bets for you this week. And this one was a little tough. It took me a little time. Took me a little time to figure out, and I couldn't really decide which one I wanted to be the lock, but here you go. I'm going to give it to you.
Uh-oh.
I like Carolina minus 2.5.
Hey, I like Carolina, too.
I like Carolina minus 2.5 versus New Orleans. So that's my first pick this week.
Orleans.
I got Tampa Bay, the Bucks, minus 4.5 versus Atlanta, the Falcons. I got...
Within 2 games, you just picked my whole division.
I know. I got the Chargers getting 4.5 points versus Kansas City. I like the Chargers. I picked them to beat Kansas City.
I told you how they can beat them.
I know. But the Chargers are getting points in Kansas City. So I like L.A. plus 4.5 against Kansas City. My lock of the week, this is the one that you could get 2 ponies or no ponies on. This is the one right here. It is right before Christmas. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals plus 2.5 against the Baltimore Ravens. Come on. Joe Burrow,
fucking Burrow, baby. Hold on to every last hope and dream that you have.
You ain't going to make the playoffs, but by God, make sure they know you were here this year.
Yeah. At least shit in somebody else's diaper.
Shit right in their litter box.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Cincinnati.
No, shit in front of their litter box, so they have to walk through it to get to theirs.
That's right. So my lock of the
Come on,
week
Joe Burrow.
is the
Do
Cincinnati
it.
Bengals plus 2.5 versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, fuck,
So,
I like that.
I
like that.
Come on, Joe Burrow.
I love
Fuck
Joe Burrow.
them playoffs up for anybody else as much as you can.
If I'm not getting in,
You ain't either.
you ain't
That's
either.
right. That's right.
Oh, are you on the bubble?
Uh-huh. I'll pop that motherfucker. Come on, Joe. Higgins and Chase. I mean, they have got $150 million of salary cap money on 3 players.
It's well deserved.
Burrow, Higgins, and Chase account for $150 million
But
on the
we've
salary
seen
cap.
them all in action.
Unreal.
Yeah,
God.
we
But
already know.
I know. So that is it. I hope the show turned out great.
Hold
for you
on, that
guys.
was Bonafide Bets with Josh. I hope you all get a pony.
That's right. Get 2 ponies.
Yeah,
Dogs
my
and
mom
goats.
always wanted a pony. Winner a pony.
Winner pony. I hope all the technical issues we have come out in the wash when it's all edited.
It will. I don't care.
Blayze was an amazing guest.
Yeah.
He definitely is tuned in on the college football, so I greatly appreciate his time coming in with us. And that was this week's episode of the Wrong Call Sportscast.
Mm-hmm. Get your W shit.
Get your
The
W shit.
Wrong Call at w.gg. Please get it. Help the show. Like and subscribe, whatever format you're watching on. Please go to Spotify. That's our home platform. I don't care if you watch it there. I don't care if you listen to it there. If you don't like it there, don't like it there.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to it.
Yes.
Please help us out. Gives us more money to give more shit to you.
I'm learning the social media aspect, getting stuff out there on TikTok and things of that nature in social media. The last few episodes, we've seen a little bit of a bump. So thank you guys. I'm going to keep trying.
We have taken new avenues. I've gotten a lot of bump, but we are still in 7 countries.
Yeah.
And we are doing very well. And I appreciate everybody that listens to it, but we are on the cusp of doing even fucking better if somebody just hits a bell that says,
Subscribe.
geez, I really like these guys.
Yeah, they're all
Well,
right.
thanks for listening,
Yeah.
but hit the button because it doesn't matter on the internet world unless you hit the fucking button. I don't control that. It's not my idea. It's just the way the world works right now.
It helps us tremendously. We have posted some new things. We've got some new things in the store the last few weeks, a couple new shirts, got a new coffee mug that just came out.
Swag shop is always evolving, especially since Christmas is 2 weeks away.
That's right. You get your little Wrong Call Sportscast gift pack to give to somebody.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got a new shirt, got a new coffee mug. New shirts are always in the works, so we try to price them reasonably. Get out there and get your Wrong Call Sportscast merch. TheWrongCallSportscast.com. There's a link to the store. There's a link to the Instagram. There's a link to the Facebook page. There's a link to Dubby there. There's a link to the show on Spotify
Everything.
there.
Just go to
Everything's-
wrongcallsportscast.com.
TheWrongCallSportscast.com. All one word.
You'll get linked to everything.
Yeah, it's all there. Stick with us, guys. I did our year in review on Spotify came up that shows how we've done this year as a show. And we've had a great increase this year from last year. Obviously, last year was our first year. We've added the video. So it's coming around for us. I hope it is for you guys too. You know, obviously the video and stuff's getting better. The technical difficulties with the guests we're working on.
We're still learning.
Well, I think we hashed some of it out tonight. Took us an hour, but we hashed some of it out. So
And we learned.
we did. We learned. We know. We ordered new shit because we knew what we needed. So thank you guys very much for sticking with us, making this a very successful year for us. Continue to do so, please, if you will. Dubby, the merch shop at the Wrong Call Sportscast. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for being fans. Thanks for engaging, and continue the engagement on the socials, especially on the Facebook page, the Wrong Call Sportscast Facebook page. That's where we have seems like the most engagement.
That's where I focus most on because I sure as fuck don't know how to use Instagram. But I have it, but I get alerts for it, and I don't know what's going on.
But the Facebook page is probably the one that we do monitor the most.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. And
so if you want to play with this shark, I'm on Facebook.
There you go. There you go. So make sure you join us. Like I said, follow on the Spotify. Make sure you follow us there for the help for us. And again, we're wrapping up, coming to the end of the year. We're coming up to the end of the year in football playoffs. Got college football playoffs coming.
It's the most wonderful time.
It's Dave's favorite season. He's rocking the freaking Christmas pants. This is his life right now. So, thanks, guys, for listening. We're the Wrong Call Sportscast. Josh Tidwell, Dave Yegi. Dave, send us out.
Well, get the shirt that says, thanks for making the right call and listening to the wrong call.
Yes,
and
sir.
have a very merry, happy fucking Christmas, you motherfuckers. Thank you. Love you. Order shit. It's Christmas time. Go.
Absolutely. Dave, you kicked ass, brother.
You kick more ass.
We're the Wrong Call Sportscast, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.